God is a God who never changes. He never changes, and his standards remain to be what they are. And now, we saw also about Abraham and the promises of God, the promises that the Lord made to Abraham, and all of those promises were fulfilled. Hizo ahadi zote ambazo Mungu aliwekelea Abraham, haikujalisha ilichukua miaka ngapi, bali iliweza kutimizwa, hata kama ilionekana katika macho ya wanadamu ya kwamba imeshachelewa. The promises that the Lord made to Abraham were fulfilled, even after it had taken a lot of time. And now, we want to see, we also saw how Israel went into captivity. Even as the Lord was making the promises to Abraham, he told Abraham that you see the stars in heaven. The way the number of these stars are in heaven, that is how many your descendants will be. They will fill the earth. And these descendants of yours will go into captivity for 400 years. And it just came to pass, because the word said they will be sojourners into a foreign land. Watakuwa wakimbizi au wapitaji katika nchi ngeni, na katika hiyo nchi ngeni wataishi katika utumwa kwa miaka 400. And then after 400 years I will judge that nation. Nitaihukumu hiyo nchi ambayo iliwekwa wana wa Israeli katika utumwa. The nature of the Lord that we serve. That was the message that we heard last Sunday. Bwana Yesu apewe sifa. Hallelujah. And we also saw about Moses and Aaron. When you sleep as a servant of God, wewe ukilala kwa sehemu yako ya huduma. When you sleep as a Christian, wewe ukilala kama Mkristo katika sehemu yako ambayo umeitiwa kama mhuduma. When you sleep, when you don't serve God, when you forsake the God-given responsibility, you are going to be stripped your garment. Unaenda kutolewa mavazi yako, unaenda kutolewa taji yako, and it is going to be handed to somebody who is willing, somebody who is ready. Inaenda kupewa kwa mtu ambaye yuko tayari kuitumikia, yuko tayari kuifanyisha kazi hiyo karama ambayo wewe mwenyewe umelala nayo. Bwana Yesu apewe sifa. The nature of the Lord that we serve. And that is how Aaron was stripped, and it was given to his son. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Hallelujah. And then we saw how God speaks to, he also spoke unto Moses and told him the same thing. Because of your rebellion, because of failure to obey to the letter, wewe ulikosa kutii maagizo yangu hadi mwisho, you'll never step into that promised land. Hiyo nchi ya ahadi ambayo umeidiwa, utaikanyaga, utaingia ndani, bali utaiona tu kama wengine. You will see it from far. That is the God, the nature of the Lord that we serve. I know many people don't want to be rebuked. Watu wengi hawataki kukemewa. We saw even some of them wakikemewa wanaondoka kanisani. Si kweli? Bwana Yesu apewe sifa. Wakikemewa wanaondoka kanisani. When they are rebuked, they move away from the church. Some of them, they come and cheat God. They are pretenders. They come and pretend. They humble themselves before God. Wananyenyekea, wanadanganya, alafu kile ambacho wanatazamia wapate, wanapopata wanaondoka. Like recently, after 3 days back, there was somebody who came here, and he came here, I was in the house, I was listening to certain worship, And then he was a member of this church here. And he was the one who was lead worshiper. A man lead worshiper. Alikuwa anaongoza vijana. And then he was jobless. He didn't have job. Then he came here. By that time he was coming and saying, I'm trusting God that if I get job, I will serve God here. Look for me a house near the church. I want to serve in this church. Then he even came to me, I don't have money to do the photocopy, pastor. There is a job somewhere. Help me with the money to do photocopy. Then I gave him the money. And then he got that job. And after getting that job, he walks away from the church. But that's a person. And then recently when he was coming, he was no longer on job. Kazi ilikuwa imeisha. And apart from kazi kuisha, nyumba yake ilikuwa imefungwa. He had been locked because of rent of the house. So, he remembers all this church when he is in need. These are some of the people who come to God with false reasons. They come, they pretend to humble before God. They pretend they are really servants of God. They have the burden for the work of God. But then after God has done unto them, He has blessed them, He has answered their prayers, and then they forget. Yaani inafananishwa na ushawahi kulia kwa sahani ukashiba. Baada ya kushiba, kuliko uende choo, ukaamua kufanya nini? Abraham, ukaamua kufanya nini? Kupupulia kwa hiyo sahani tena. Na siku ile utakuwa na njaa. Are you looking at me? Are you understanding what I'm saying? After getting satisfied, you forget you will still need this plate. So instead of washing it and keeping it well, ikuwe safi, ili when the next meal comes, you use the same plate now. After eating and getting satisfied, you decide to, instead of using the toilet now, you use the plate. That is how so many people are when it comes to the things of God. They reject God, they choose their own path. We see how the Lord stripped Aaron of the garment and gives to his son Eleazar, and Aaron dies on the Mount Hor. Bwana Yesu apewe sifa. Hallelujah. Yes. Not only this one, even any other one, this water is for that one, isn't it? Yeah. And don't laugh, be serious. Bwana Yesu apewe sifa. That is holy water. In Genesis chapter 5, can you read something? Genesis chapter 5. Let us see something about Genesis chapter 5. Genesis chapter 5.